Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Welcome to Game Notes, episode 31. We'll be flying at an altitude of 75,000 feet today on our way to the Stanley Cup Finals, Game 1 tomorrow night, joined by your Stewie, Matt Murley, Mr. EBR. Welcome to Chicklets Game Notes.
Hello, hello. I know everyone's
Over.
here for the update on Chicklets Air. We have made some steps forward. Nothing is confirmed yet. We're working hard to get the flight from Edmonton to Florida. I saw the ticket prices are just out of control in Edmonton. People are going nuts for them. So they need to go to Florida probably just to get in the building. The cup could be handed out in Game 5. So I am working on it. I don't have a flight booked. I don't have any flights booked, but I'm holding out. I'm hoping we get Chicklets Air off the ground, but we should have an update for you in the next couple of days.
The thing for me with Chicklets Air is this is the Edmonton to Florida, right? This is what you're planning. Take off in Canada, straight shot, straight to Florida. Giant jumbo jet Murls will be planning this, and if it takes off, this will be the greatest thing I think Chicklets has ever done. And you guys have done a lot of great things, G. A lot,
without a doubt. Without a doubt, especially the plane that we're looking at, the company that we would go with, they basically said they would make it like a Pink Whitney soul plane type thing. But it's funny because 2 days ago, my girlfriend was like, "Hey, what do you have on tap for today?" And I was like, "Oh, me and Murls doing a bunch of calls about Chicklets Air." meeting with a bunch of plane charter companies. Then I start like rambling, and she just looks at me with this face like, "What the fuck are you talking about? You're meeting with plane charter companies?" She's like, "You're a podcast producer. Why are you meeting with plane charter companies with Murls today?" I was like, "Murls has got Chicklets Air. We got to do it."
I'm trying.
Yeah, you guys are unbelievable with this. Great job following it up. One little idea just snowballs into a miracle mission for the people, by the people, by Murls and Chicklets Air. So good job taking the initiative.
That's for the main thing. It is for the people, because otherwise you're going to fly from Edmonton. It's going to take you 9 hours. That's with the smallest layover, because there is no direct flights. And you're also losing, is it 2 hours or 3 hours behind?
I think it's two.
So then you're going to lose 2 hours. So you're just losing an entire day like that. We could pick up maybe 4 or 5 hours added to our beach time, to our elbow room time, if we can get the direct.
If we get direct there, we're going for dinner first before we go elbow room. Last year we landed, we got there, we met in the lobby, then like, let's go right to the elbow room, like kids like in Vegas that need to run to the casino right away to see the water fountain show. It's like, can we just be adults here and go to dinner? No, I'm doing like $3 tequila shots with G upstairs. Oh my God, are these plastic shot cups? It's like, what are we doing? I didn't even eat dinner yet. But that's the way we do it. That's the Stanley Cup Finals, Murls. And I love, I'm an idea guy. Murls, you're a huge idea guy. Always on top of it. Always have a thought. Know how it should be done, or what would be pro, or what would be show, I should say. But to follow up on the idea and actually get some legs to it and get working on it. And like, these are like big numbers, the amount of people that can go on this plane, the organization of it, and like how it runs. I don't know. I'm not in the weeds with you guys, but is there like waivers that have to is there?
Yeah, like, that's what, like, once you dig into it, there's just so many things. And that's where we kind of hit some hiccups and we're trying to move around another way.
Colby, we texted this. Murls text this like long plan to Jeff and Biz, and
I love the business plan
to get it like approved. It's like a legitimate business plan, and right away Jeff is just like, "Buddy, there are so many FAA violations like in this. Like, you guys cannot do this. Like, we got to start from scratch here and like redo how we're thinking this."
Well, just leave out like Andre Waugh, handing out cookies, leave out all the stuff that they wouldn't look at, and just give them the straight up business plan, right?
Yeah, is that what we have to do? We got to dial it in a little bit, but I mean, we made some good steps. It is maybe doable. It could happen. I just wish I got on it a little bit sooner.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought of this 2 years ago. I said it again.
It comes up.
Year.
You keep bringing it up, and then it's like, and then we don't do it till we're right on the heels of it.
Yeah.
We operate like
classic Barstool, classic.
No. This is what happens at all the networks too that I work at. Also, it's like can I get the schedule? Like who's working where, what's happening? And it's like, free agency always sneaks up on them. It's like, oh yeah, the trade deadline. We didn't know this was happening.
Yeah.
Dude, it happens everywhere. Where
July 1st again. Oh,
who knew? It happens to everybody all the time. But this is a huge undertaking. So if you could pull it off, this will more than likely go down as one of the greatest moves ever in Chicklets history. Never mind, probably network history as well, to pack that many people on a flight. But what a flight that would be!
oh man.
I saw the.
I was talking about handing out at Pink Whitney, people going down the aisles with Pink Whitney bottles, throwing Bat Blue lights to everybody. So I wanted to get all the sponsors involved. Body armor for those that don't want to
huge
be
body armor. Yeah, they'll be needing that on that flight after that game, after Game 4. But I saw the tweet from Pink Whitney too with the Chicklets Air or the Pink Whitney Air.
Oh,
it was jet wrapped in a Pink Whitney wrap. It looked pretty good.
Yeah, I think that's Julia.
Yeah, way to go. So stay tuned for that. What's up, chat? I see you. I was in the chat before we came on. What's up, chat? Love you guys. What a day today. Just life is moving. We're on the heels of Game 1 of the Stanley Cup final. Like, it's been kind of weird, Murls, would you not say, with this much time off?
Yeah, so brutal. Like, let's get it going. I ended up having to change my whole life around. So originally,
give us this story. Give us this story.
Yeah. So originally, we always do wherever Biz is. So usually TNT's doing the Western Conference Final this year. 2 years ago, we went and we traveled around that series because Biz was on duty there. But this year they decided to do in studio, so we flipped to the Stanley Cup Finals. I already booked my family home on June 10th because of the Belmont Stakes is in Saratoga this weekend that we're going to get to later. Shout out to Elio. Mr.Ice will be on later with some Belmont picks. Migs will be on with a Belmont pick. So I have us all flying home June 10th. And it still was going to be okay. If I get some early wins in the conference finals, they rip these games out, I'm still going to pull this off and be home June 10th. What's going on out there? No. So now we're staying here. So family's going back June 10th. They got to get back to Swedish summer, midsummer coming up. So at one point I was flying with the family to Stockholm. I was going to drop them off there with her dad, turn around 3 hours, board another flight, and go straight to Edmonton from there. But things have changed. The wife is going to be like, she's getting called up to the show. She's going to take both kids on the flight by herself. The 8-month-old, 4-year-old, she's going to like,
no way.
Yeah. So she's going to go by herself the 8 hours. Her dad will pick her up in Stockholm, drive her home. And I get to just stay here in Albany. I'll drive them to Newark, and then I will fly to Edmonton from Albany. So I've saved out here. The wife saved me. But
that is huge. I thought you were still doing that. I didn't know that changed for you.
Just got changed yesterday, so I'm in a little easier spot.
That is huge. Well, it saves money too. Like you don't have to do a flight over there to just be like the handler kind of thing, doing the dad thing. But that would have been a trek. That would have been unbelievable. I said we should have sent Memesy with you to document this whole thing. Can you imagine Memesy on like
I wish I was doing it just for the story now and for the content I could have created the whole time, but
like Memesy in his cowboy
sure it'll
boots
happen again. It'll happen another time.
In his cowboy boots on a 12-hour flight with your family, with his hair all over the place, with his NASCAR jacket on.
Hey, Murls, it smells a little stinky here. I think the boy needs a new diaper.
My wife did that a couple times. I was over there when I signed in Sweden, and we had the brand new baby, my second oldest, Mila, and Cruz was just young, and she had the baby like a month and a half later. She flew with both kids solo mission to Sweden, and then during the year flew back to Atlanta to go to a friends of ours bat mitzvah. I think you call it. Is it for a girl? And the chat will let me know if I'm wrong on that one. And then she did that there, and then she came back all by herself with both kids. So yeah, all right. The wives are machines, but the wives are absolute machines. So, well, I'm glad you straightened that out. That was like, I was thinking about that. That's a hardcore flight thing. I told Mel, my wife, about it. I was like, holy shit, Murls is going to do this. And
she was like, hilarious though. Just turning around in the terminal right back.
Yeah. All right. See you guys. Go right back through security. Think how fun your flight back would have been, though. You just been
Oh.
solo mission.
Yeah. That's what she said. She's like, you can't even complain. Like, you'll be alone for the 9 hours. Who cares? Like, I'm like, yeah, it's true. It is like a vacation, just watching movies.
You'd have been so dehydrated when you got back to Edmonton, though. You'd just been like a shriveled prune from flying that long.
So anyway, I don't know how I even started on that, but that's all set. We're going to be in Edmonton games 3 and 4. Then we're going to get to Florida somehow, some way for game 5. And I mean, who knows? Who knows if this series goes how we want? I could be talked into game 6 and 7 as well.
Buddy, I'm combining what you're swathing. That's Western speak right there. That's combine, and that's swathing. That's Saskatchewan. That's out west. That's Alberta. That's oil country. That's where I'm from. If people are in the chat, if they see me there, say what's up. Western people, Western folk. Actually, anybody. I don't care. I'm a huge Western guy. Let's go. This is big. Oilers for the West. Western Canada. This is big. This is huge. It brings me back, Murls. I had my first kid. Cruz was born. I go back to Saskatoon, where I'm from. Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. One of my best buddies. I was playing I just signed with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Gives me a gift for my son's birth. Not me, my son. Gives him a gift. It's a Edmonton Oilers hockey player, Build-A-Bear. He went to Build-A-Bear, and he's like, all my friends are Oilers fans. Everyone is Oilers fans. So this is what it's like out there, especially where I'm from. A lot of Oilers fans. So this is going to be big that we're going there for this. Like, the whole Western Canada will be just fired up. There are people from all over the place trying to go to this game, trying to be in the city, trying to go down for these games. So it'll be chaos when we get there, boys. And I'm so looking forward to it. Alberta beef in our bellies and just slurping down beers and hanging out with the people, the good people of Western Canada and everyone that's there. So I'm super fired up. What a trip this is going to be. I love that we do this. I love this tradition that Chicklets does, and the whole crew will be there. Everyone will be boots on the ground. So really looking forward to that. All right. Here we go.
That's what you asked me. You asked me what I thought of the break, and I went all crazy. But yeah, the break was too long. I miss hockey. It was actually good. I watched a couple movies, got some packing done. I got to pack up this house. So like I just talked about, we're leaving. But I like it because I think everyone will be a lot healthier. So the hockey's going to be better. You know, nobody's going to be banged up. Those heavy legs that me and you always had when we played, those guys aren't going to have those. They're going to be fresh. They're going to be flying. It's going to be great for everybody. And once we get going, we'll forget about the big break. Yeah,
and by the time in Edmonton too, they'll have, if there's any kind of little bit of rust just from not playing games, that'll be worked out games 1 and 2. So we'll get them 3 and 4. It'll be full steam ahead. We'll be seeing the two teams at their absolute best. So super pumped about that. Where do you want to go? Snap it around. You want to get into that?
Yeah.
Let's get to the elephant in the room. Let's get to the elephant in the room. The videographer, Posha, as Biz called him, coming on, chirping Trouba, NHL player. Trouba fires back at him with a tweet, and there was some chaos. The video came out from the Chicklets episode that I jumped onto late when I landed from Atlanta, before the tweet was sent out. And then that clip came out later. But I think I want to bring on Posha to discuss how he clipped the video, and challenge him on some other things as well. So let's bring on the lunatic.
Warning, the following statements are about to be made by a deranged Devils fan. The views expressed are his and his only. Take everything you hear with a grain of salt because, remember, he is a deranged Devils fan.
There he is. We now have to play that warning every time before Posha comes on, right, Murls?
Every show, anywhere, that will be on.
Yeah, exactly.
I might have it on my phone and bring it to dinner and put it on there.
Every time I go to rant at dinner, you just hold it above my head.
Yeah.
So Posha, I want to get into it with you. I just want to ask you about, first of all, because you clipped it and you put it on Posha's social media account, Posha Eshke's personal account. The way you clipped it for me and Murls, I'll just speak for myself now, Murls, was us sitting there like this. You clipped us in there like this for 1 second, and you left out me pushing back, G pushing back, Murls questioning. I've sat down with Trouba in interviews, nice guy. And then, you went on this big tirade on him. And then on the clip, none of that was on there.
Yeah, for sure. I'll say this. I stand by what I said. Like all the points that I made, I stand by that. But what I feel bad about is putting you guys on the spot and having you guys take the heat for it. Like that was my one deranged Devils fans opinion. That was me. That didn't reflect on you guys. And I did a bad job of reflecting that in the clip. That was sort of a one-sided deranged Devils perspective, trying to hammer home my point. So I feel bad about that. I should have done a better job representing both sides in the clip. And big picture, I just feel bad that like you guys are getting tweeted, tagged, biz, wit for my personal stance. So yeah, that's what I'll say about it.
Or Chicklets the brand.
That's what I mean. Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Murls, anything?
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't have much of a problem with it. I think Trouba now is going back at Posha is wild and stuff. But I mean, if you want to play hockey like that and you want to play dirty like that, you want to headhunt and you're going to get some criticism. That's why you get paid all that big money. That's why you get paid to deal with criticism. If you're going to play like that, play dirty, then deal with the criticism. I didn't want to play dirty like that. So maybe it costed me some NHL games. It costed me some money. You want to play dirty like that, like some other players have in the past, then you deal with that criticism. I don't want to see him coming back at our guy, Posha. I stand with Posha. I don't care that he's a videographer. He knows the game. He follows the game. He probably watches more hockey than any of these so-called experts, like I talked about on regular Chicklets. Scotty Bowman, was he a great player? I don't think so. Was Coop a great player? I don't think so. Was Mike Keenan a good player? I just watched him in the 1994 documentary, one of the best coaches of all time. Did they not know the game because he wasn't an NHL player? No. So I don't like that narrative, but Posha, yeah, don't go crazy.
The only thing is I've sat down with him. I've met him. Yeah. I don't know him personally. I've never been to a dinner with him or hung out with him, but I will say like he seems like a really good guy. And in your rant, I felt like it was like a character attack a little bit. Did you feel that, Murls?
Yeah, a little too personal, more not just the hockey, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, so where I'm talking is more like the hockey. I don't mind you going after him for his hockey, for his play, I guess.
So,
but also on another note, the Rangers could have I would have been on the Rangers bandwagon if they didn't hire my arch enemy, Peter Laviolette, so I had to go with the Rangers. So that's why I'm on Pasha's side in all this.
Well, Pasha, I want to say you stirred it up, buddy. That was crazy. I was talking to my mom last night and she was like, this Pasha guy, I was going to text you and he sounds like a real jerk, My mom was saying that. And I said, no, Pasha's a really good guy. He's a nice guy. And in the moment, I took it as when you came on and like Murls, we didn't know he was going to do that. He came on, he's like, one more thing, guys, one more thing. and laid that out on us. But it was like, my mom was like, he seems like, I'm like, no, Pasha's a really nice guy. He's a great person and a good guy. And my sister was like, yeah, you know what? Blah, blah, blah. I was saying all this stuff. And then we were going back and forth. My sister goes, you know what? You tell Pasha to check the game notes, which is a great line, of course, a great line. Great. But Posh, the videographer with the opinions and the deranged Devils fan. Any final parting words on this situation?
No, just like I said, I stick to what I said and I believe everything I said, but I feel bad for putting you guys in the spot and making you guys and Biz and Chicklets take the heat for what is just my take and my take only. So, yeah.
I see stuff in the chat. Posha versus Trouba sit-down interview. That wouldn't go good. Another one here. Fire Posha.
Oh, no.
The chat is going off right now. But there he is.
We maybe will just limit him. If we're talking Rangers, maybe we'll keep him in the back.
Yeah, that's the thing.
He can't control himself.
In the moment, that's how I took it. As here goes Pasha again, crazy Devils fan with the warning we should have had up. We should have the warning every time, but it's like I took it in the moment when we were doing the pushing back on his rant. You popped in too with some great facts back at him. And it's like, I just took it like, here goes Pasha. He's done this before. And like, he's always wrong.
Guys, on our show, Biz mentioned Pasha as his punishment, having to skate through center ice with Jacob Trouba. Pasha, would you do that if they were like, yeah, we'll feature this on the Amazon show? Because Trouba just got announced that he's going to be in the Amazon show. So if they said they'd put that in there, would you do it?
What do you mean by skate through the middle? Like he has free like I have to take the puck to the net and he has free reign to hit me?
Yeah.
And is there a ref? Can it be a clean hit or can it be a dirty hit?
No, it's got to be clean. It's got to be a hockey play.
Well,
I just struggle with that.
I just think it's gotta. Here he goes.
Disclaimer.
I think he has.
What the disclaimer?
I think he has full free reign. I think he has full free reign. G.
Yeah, let him
Sure.
go. Let him just.
I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it for the content. Why not?
Love that.
And yeah, do you think this makes the Amazon thing?
No.
You don't think
Absolutely
this rant and then his response?
They don't care what the videographer has to say. They got more.
Well, they want to
stuff
see
highlight in
behind the
that show.
scenes. They want to know what this guy goes through every day. And then he's got the art sale coming up right after it and what he does with his charities. Tremendous charitable guy that Jacob Trouba is. That's going to be in there. You're going to be
I bet it's in there, but they don't say Pasha by name. I bet they blur the clip.
In there.
I bet you know what they say? They say Barstool. They just say Barstool.
They got more important things to talk about than my tweet. Come on, guys.
I don't know. Maybe Amazon paid you, Pasha, to go off on that.
I know. Is this
stir this all up?
It's a psyop. It's a psyop.
Biz
Funny
lined it
how-
up with Trouba. The thing, the whole, because it was weird because I felt like you were on a teleprompter. Did they give you a script?
I had an earpiece in actually. I had Bettman in my ear.
Well, Posh, keep it on the rails, buddy. Like, fuck,
I'll try,
clean
boys.
it up.
I'll try. I'll clean it up, boys. I'll clean it up. But
Absolute
thanks for letting me come on
lunacy.
and
There he is, folks.
Talk about it. See you, boys.
There he is, folks. Holy jeez.
Pasha to the mines. He's getting the back.
Get in the back.
In the back.
Why don't we bring the energy up here with Mr.Ice?
Yes.
Oh, big weekend, Mr.Ice. Oh, I love this guy. Iceman. What's going on, Elio?
How are we doing?
Boots
We're good.
on the
Where you
ground
at?
in Saratoga, baby.
I am here in Saratoga looking out at the track at the DraftKings box right now.
Oh,
Excited to be here, ready for some winners. Wait, did Trouba fire back at him? I'm Team Pasha, by the way.
Oh, Trouba came back at him.
Oh, he did?
Well, he came back at him the first time. You knew that, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
But other than that, I don't know. Then they aired the Chicklets clip, Elio, where Biz and Wit were carving him. We all kind of took turns giving it to him a bit as well for just going over the line. Going over the line.
Yeah.
I think you'd agree when he went crazy New Jersey Devils fan over the line a bit, right? Like that was pretty.
Sometimes fans are crazy. It is what it is.
All right, Elio. All right, Elio, what do you got? Tell us about your day today. What's going on? I watched Davey Day Trader this morning. Lots of action. You'll be intertwined in that. I know Murls is getting down with you today, too, to be hanging out with the boys at the syndicate and getting some work done down there. What's your day looking like?
So we got a couple days of racing. The syndicate is going to be all here. Big Cat's going to be here. Jersey Jerry. Murls is coming in. So we're ready to fire away. There's 13 races today, I think 14 tomorrow, and I'm using Dave's money.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Wit to send me some money so I can be in the syndicate because my bankroll's not getting in there. That's for sure.
You know what you do? You sublet his money, Elio. You sublet Dave's money down to Murls so he gets little action. You just give him a little chunk off on the side.
Listen, all you have to do is go to the briefcase. I'll pretend I'm not looking. Just open the lock, and there's some cash in there today.
Atta boy,
Hey,
Elio.
don't be saying that around upstate New York. I got buddies that will drive up there looking for that thing.
In credit card form, not cash.
Do you handcuff the briefcase to your wrist when you're wheeling around? Is it handcuff setup?
You know, I used to have to do that, but now we're pretty much just through the DK app, the DK Horse app, which is a lot safer and a lot easier instead of bringing like 150K with us.
Okay, while we're on the DK Horse app, did you guys do a show today with picks, or is that going to be just tomorrow?
Yeah, we did it today for the Acorn and for the Belmont. We've got two, basically a double show for that. Also, listen, get out of the races early today. I have a double-digit first race, although they're betting the horse down. The 3 in race 1 today He was morning line 12-1. He's at 7-1 right now. Start your Belmont early. Get a nice big winner right off the bat.
Wow. Mr.
There it
Ice
is. You're
coming
getting
in
some
firing.
picks from Ice right out of the gates. Let me ask you this. What's the relationship like? I know you and Dave are best buddies, but you're on Florida, correct? You're big time on Florida. He's big time on Edmonton. Like, is this headbutting central going on in there a little bit, or you tiptoe around Dave?
So what I'm doing is I'm rooting for the Celtics hard because I feel like if he wins bet, I'd be like, Dave, you don't need to hit. Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. So I was really happy with an easy game one. The Celtics are going to win in 5. It's real easy. They can't defend the Celtics. It's just going to be so now with Florida, I'm like, Dave, you got to give me something. So, I mean, he's got $1 million to win on both. So I wish I had that.
I remember I was with him when he did the Celtics one. It was during that FDNY game. He's like, look at this. You got Scheffler at 5-1. He goes, I'm putting that with the Celtics at 3-1 or whatever. And he's like, look at this.
Yeah.
Obviously I didn't put anything on it.
So he parlayed that.
Yeah, he parlayed.
Yeah.
What a genius.
That was
he
on
had
Saturday morning.
1.6
Scheffler
million.
came back and won. Yeah.
Yeah. If the Celtics win, it's 1.6 million, which is crazy.
The thing about it is like he's not lying when he says this is like one of the greatest runs ever that he's on. The stats are insane on what he's done on some of these major events and like the times that he's picked them. Like he's picked them out of nowhere. Like how do you guys calculate this stuff? Like is it just a throw it in the air type of thing, or is it like how do you guys do this? Like that's what I want to know. I'm so indecisive in my head. I look at it next day, the wind blows. I'm going the other way.
Well, it's a lot of losses before you get a few wins. That's usually what it is. I liked Florida all year long. The big thing I'm happy that I did, Florida had the last month. They were a little bit, you were kind of maybe questioning them a little bit, but then I just said to myself, listen, they had such a great year. Every team goes through a little bit of a struggle. So I said, I don't care about the last month. I know who this team is. They made it to the finals last year. They had the whole team back, and they were better this year. So I was like, I'm not getting off them no matter what. I'm glad I did. I actually was choosing between Florida and Dallas. I was back and forth. But then I just said I was Florida all year, and thank God, because I actually thought Dallas was coming out of the West.
Big Willie style in the chat says, I thought this was a hockey podcast, not a stroke off Mr.Ice and Dave podcast. Like, hey, come on.
Well,
I mean, the
Mr.
facts
Ice,
speak
we got
for
the
themselves.
two hottest hockey gamblers in the world on our show. What do you mean?
The facts
Big
speak
Willie?
for themselves, Big Willie style. The facts speak for themselves.
Well, I will say this. Dave texted me and called me 100 times. Who is your hockey pick? And I was waiting for the matchups. I was waiting for the playoff matches because I didn't know who was playing who.
You want to see the path, the route, all that stuff.
Exactly. I want to see it. So finally the playoffs come out. I said Florida to him. I texted him like 3 times. And then literally 30 seconds later, he's like, I took Edmonton. I'm like, so why did you ask me 175 times? And of course, now who's the matchup? It's Edmonton, Florida. So
well,
if
I think
he took
Edmonton like the day after, which was the last day of the regular season. The day after was, I think, the NYPD FDNY game, right? And I saw him there. He still didn't have his pick. I think he took it like the next day. He made his pick. Or no, he took it that day. He took Edmonton because when we met him, I had a conversation with him about that there.
Oh, yeah.
That's what happened.
You were trying to give him the Jets.
I was like, dude, I mean, if I could have gotten your ear about the Jets and thank God.
Yeah,
I'd be fired.
Let you live that down.
I'd be fired. He'd fire me. I think I'd be fired if I talked him into the Jets. What a joke. Jets
Mr. Ice. Yeah. we got to let you go because I feel like you're going to get in trouble for not handicapping and you're talking to us too much. I don't want to be on the wrong end of that when I show up there later. So just before you go, I think Army's got one more thing, but give us a game 1 play too.
Yep, that's what I want.
Yeah, game 1. I don't mind if Florida is going to win this series. That is happening. Just the way that they play, they grind it out. They can lose game 1. You know what? If they do, you get better odds. You might want to have that bet in Florida again. So Florida's going to win low scoring series. Unfortunately for us, for the Ice people, but It's Florida. I say 4-2, 4-1.
Okay. There's
Whoa.
Mr. Ice.
Mr. Ice,
Wow.
let me ask you this. I think, you know, the overall depth and style of play and speed of the Florida Panthers, aggressive nature, is going to be a huge factor right through their lineup. Bobrovsky, huge, but penalties, and this power play. Any fear of the way they play stylistically, impeding their own game by taking penalties. Forever, they're a team that doesn't care if they take penalties. We'll just kill it. They can't stop being crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they did a lot better job against the Rangers, because you got to understand the Rangers have a pretty lethal power play as well. So they got to like 1 or 2 a game. Now they have to really, you know, Edmonton's obviously the best, but I'm not worried about it, because I think they're experienced enough. They know not to do those things, because really that's Edmonton's best chance to win, is if Florida sort of freaks out. You might have one game like that, you know, you might have one game where they go crazy and have 4 or 5 penalties. But the guy Bennett, let me tell you, he is a playoff guy. He's a man-child. He's going to score goals in multiple games this series.
All right, Mr. Ice. Thank you
There he
very
is.
much. I will hopefully see you later on this
All right.
afternoon. That first
care of-
race is the 3 pentathlon. Is that what it is?
3, race 1, start your day great.
All right. You heard it
Make
here.
horse racing great again. Let's go.
Let's go. DK Horse, Mr. Ice. Thank you very much. That was huge. He's already up there. I gotta
say this. Good
up,
luck to
and I got
Mr.
about a 30-minute
boys.
ride up there.
Good luck to Mr. Ice and the boys down there or out there, and hopefully they take good care of you, Murls. Can't have them not taking care of my boy Murls.
Last time they were all in Saratoga. I worked my way into the box with them, betting some ponies with them. One of the races they won 108 grand on. Dave had it straight, and Jersey Jerry had the exacta straight. They went nuts, 108 grand. I watched that. I watched the handout of the cash at the window, and then I was gone. I was like, that's it. I'm leaving on a high note.
Oh, you saw that.
So I'll be welcome back, I hope. Like, oh, yeah, there's Murls again. We won big last time with him.
Hell yeah. Libby in the chat. What's up, Libby? She's always here.
Chatley.
We love, she wants a chatlay. We have no chatlay today. No chatlay.
But we do have a parlay. We do have a DraftKings parlay. Pasha, I think you have that there. We put a big parlay together for game 1. There it is. You got over 5.5 goals. I was hoping Mr. Ice was going to just give us that, just out of his brand, just go over. But he's saying 4-1, 4-2. I guess 4-2 is all right. So over 5.5. Leon just to get a point. Barkov just to get a point. And then the toughest part will be McDavid and Kachuk to score goals. But I can't see a world. Parlay. I can't see a world where McDavid doesn't score a goal. I think he's going to score the first goal like he did last time in the big game. And then Kachuk, same thing, big goal, Hunter. I think that's a nice looking parlay the Chicklets crew put together. Get that over on DraftKings Sports.
Hey, throw that back up there, Pasha. Throw it back up there too. What the fuck? No arm Zempic in the picture? Oof. You don't have no arm Zempic in the graphic? In there. You're in there. You're EBR. You're the guy. You're the guy.
Yeah, Whip is and crew. Well, you know, some of us got to work around here, you know, Army plus 950. So
no, good. Awesome. Like put me on your shoulder, like a little lizard hanging on your shoulder. I don't care.
Whispering a pick into my ear.
Whisper.
Draisaitl over 0.5 point. Murls,
shout out.
Do the puck line.
Puck line guy. I'd be whispering. That's what I am. I'm the puck line whisper guy in your ear. Like no one wants to do it. Like, come on.
Don't do money line. Come on. Let's go.
Let's gamble. Let's take a chance. Laura, thank you. Justice for Arm Dog. Hell yeah. Let's go, Laura. Come on. Yeah. Welcome, Laura. Miss Laura, I don't think she's been on the last few. I don't know, unless I'm absolutely out of it.
I feel like she did a quick hello and goodbye. I feel like.
Oh, okay.
It's getting tough for her too. With only the 1 or 2 games, there's not as many options. You can't find her 9 different players shot parlay. It's getting tough this time of year for some picks.
It is.
I know we got another guy that's coming on with a pick later. I don't know if he's here yet. If he's in, is he on deck back there?
There he is. Oh, oh my God! We're rolling him in. Has he got inner? There he is.
Oh, there he is.
Migsy boy, the Vegas insider.
You guys are keeping me in the back here, and Elio's giving out race 1 picks. Like you guys, let's hurry it along here. Like,
all right,
why? You got to get to the window. You got to go get to the window. Put that bet in.
I mean, I can't. Like, how are you still sitting there? I figured you'd be like, I got to use the bathroom, run off and start running down to the OTB like in college.
Oh, he'll be
You should
running
see the
right
stuff I
outta
got
here.
going behind the scenes here, Migs, back here. I got
Hot
Lily
irons.
dressed for the track before, sent her
Oof.
over to Grammys.
Smart.
Got Johanna here getting ready. So soon as this show cuts, boom,
Are
I'm
you
out
putting
the
on a
door.
suit, Murls? Let me ask you. I saw Dave's DDTG. He had like an Armani shirt on. He talked about it. He looks good. He looks great. But are you putting on are you going full suit?
So
Elio had a
today's
golf
my-
shirt
today-
on.
Today's my family day up there. I'm bringing the wife, the kids, my cousin Connell's up there with all his kids.
I can say Murley's outfit, by the way, because I've been to the track. Merle, white shirt button down, rolled sleeves, or the blue linen. I'm not sure. You got
white
those
button
light
down.
gray shorts. You got the light
No,
gray
no
shorts.
shorts
or the dark
today. No
blue.
shorts. I'm going Mugsy. I'm going with the Mugsy,
Ooh.
like golf. They're like kind of like golf fit. That's it
Ah.
with the white button down. Then tomorrow's the sport coat day.
Yeah. You'll grease right through that by race 3.
Oh, it's
Just leaking pie plates.
leaking.
Just
Man,
leaking,
that's why I
running
wear the
back and
jacket.
forth. You know him, Army. He's gonna have his
Oh
arms.
yeah, he'll
high.
be.
You don't know. You might not know where Merle is, but all of a sudden you'll hear it down the corridor. You hear, can you believe it? I knew it. And that's
Yeah.
where the Merle is every time at the
Hey,
track.
hey.
every time.
So Migsy, when we were in the final last year, we got Casino. Murls was going nuts. Is that like when you go with the family? Are you just like, okay, kids, come on? Are you showing them how to do it? Remember when you took me down to the Trotters in Wilkes-Barre and we had the sheet and you're teaching me how to do it and we're yelling at the guys, go, go. We're on the line, like hitting our papers on the rail. Are you doing that with your kids, or are you just like, here, take a soda, and like you're just being a dad?
Yeah. So what I did last year is I kind of do a mix of that. So we'll bring the cooler, and there's this paddock, it's called, where they bring out all the horses before with the owners. They put the jockeys up. So I'll bring her up there and hold her up on the fence so she can see right by her, and she'll be like, oh, that one's pretty. That one's pink. That one's purple. And maybe I'll get a pick from her on that, but I'll play it real slow like that. And then tomorrow will be the real handicapping day.
if she gives a loser, he won't go near her for the rest of the day. He'll just
You're like,
you can't mush him. Don't mush him. But yeah, he works. I was there last year, Merle. You had the whole fam. You were lugging around.
Remember
Lily
that?
The whole day. Oh, that was a battle. It was hot too. We were in a good spot.
Merle's just doing the Michael Jackson with his kid over the rail, like showing the kid over the
100%.
horses when
Trying
Michael
to hope,
Jackson
yeah.
did that.
Exactly.
He's looking for any sign he can. Like
Are they
Simba.
allowed to feed the
Thank you.
horses? Are they allowed to like put food in their hand and feed the
Not
horses,
at that
or no?
point.
No,
Not at
he's
that point because they're
untouchable.
going right out. But you could go in the back and you could get away with some stuff like that. And,
Hey, Army, let me go
that's the plan
sidebar.
till 4 o'clock. I mean, if Dave or Elio calls, I got to go up to that DK horse booth and
Yep.
make content. Then I gotta go. Go.
Hey, Army, let me go sidebar real quick. That picture you guys are just talking about of the DraftKings thing. You know who Merle has turned into? Alexei Yashin. The guy wears no clothing but chicklets, Pink Whitney, Mugsy. He wears nothing. And in that picture, he looks like he's got the mock black turtleneck on, like Yashin.
Oh, Yashin. Yeah,
Look at that.
he does.
He looks like Yashin.
It looks
He's
like
got
the
the
headshots that you do at camp. When you go to camp, they give you like the turtleneck and then you put your jersey on and take the headshot.
And all you're hoping is like, please don't use this as my pick, and it sticks around. He looks like Yashin. He wears free clothing.
I got way
Murls.
worse ones that used to stick around. I don't know where they come up with these pictures. But
The best
they're
thing on
always
every
never
trip
good.
we're on, though, you're so right, Migs, is every trip we're on, Murls Pink Whitney black hoodie,
Billboard.
Mugsy jeans,
Yeah.
and like every day, that's it. Every day.
That's it.
That's it. He
I don't know what I'm going to
unbelievable.
do now, though. It's hot out. I can't
Summer.
wear the hoodies. I don't have
It's
the hoodies.
by the way,
I
it
gotta-
was
all I got is these old
111
t-shirts.
yesterday out here. 111. It's 109 today. It'll be 107 tomorrow. It's tough golfing.
Those Peter Millar polos were awesome in the
I was
summer.
gonna say,
Murls.
we're gonna
Yeah,
have
yeah, you guys never give me any.
I don't have any
got one.
really either.
I got my
I don't
one
have any
gray one.
either.
Peter Millar.
gray
Best,
one,
best
that
golf.
seems-
I keep asking. Send me
All right,
some
Migsy,
Peter Millar,
let's
but
get into
let's
it.
get
we
the
got.
picks.
Let's get
All
the
right, quick.
picks. What you got for
So,
us?
I previously in the Murr knows I took Bob to win the Conn Smythe as the Edmonton series was winding down. It was plus 500. To be honest, Marcia show last year was on a different planet, but I think if it had gone to Florida, Bob was a clear winner. I mean, he's played well in the playoffs. You look through the games. I think he's maybe had 2 bad games all playoffs. And Edmonton, has a ton of ton of offense. So if he keeps it low scoring, I like the Bob aspect. Plus, it's just a better odds comparatively to trying to pick them in the series. So you get a little juice. I don't think Barkov will get it. That would be really kind of, he's more of an all-around center, forward defense face-off. So maybe they'd give it to him, but I think it'll be Bob. So I took that. Game 1, I got Verhaeghe. Anytime, he's their best shooter. I think that Florida will be playing for turnovers, trying to turn Edmonton over, get them in different rushes. I think Edmonton's going to be real excited, fired up, but maybe getting used to a different style of game, that Florida style. I don't think they've really seen it in the playoffs. So I think for Hagee on a turnover, maybe a 3-on-2, just buries one past Skinner. I think that Florida is going to try to get the puck deep, pin them in. Obviously, the Oilers' D zone has gotten better, but it's not terrific. So I got Verhaeghe, and then I did the over 3.5 goals for Florida. I mean, you're hoping basically they're up 3-1 and they pull the goalie really early and you get that charity. I think it's going to take Edmonton a few times if Murley doesn't have his drones over the beaches, making sure they're not out there getting a suntan. So maybe he's got his drones. He can let me know if Skinner's, doing laps or playing beach volleyball or something to that effect. So those are my two game points.
Hey, Migsy, a year ago not to the day, but a year ago this time of the schedule, rainbow game. The biggest call ever with the rainbow game.
Remember that?
You were in Florida. You saw double rainbows.
I'm telling you.
I dialed that series in. I picked all 5 games in that series. I had the future on them in 5 games.
And still lost money. And still was down money as he left Vegas that day with no voice.
It was the blackjack and craps tables.
What a call, though.
Card poker Whit made me play.
What a call on Verhaeghe anytime goal from the Vegas insider. When he comes out of his lair and he starts nailing these ones, like he gets hot. I'm telling you, chat. I'm telling you, this guy is on it. He has a read. He's a Vegas insider.
You guys are coming out, in a few weeks?
The draft. We're going to be out there for the draft. We'll see you there. What do you got? Like, that's going to be, not to switch it out of the NHL, but there's Euro soccer starting. We're going to need a bar to watch those 9 a.m. Migs. Where are we going? You better have that plan.
If RA remembers it, the bar that Eichel brought him to, McMullen's, is like it's right off the strip, a couple blocks. It's a real big soccer bar, so we could watch it there. Or if you're out west, we can just go to the Durango, watch it at Sportbook. But it'll be packed. People love the Euros. Obviously, that early morning gambling out here is really cool. So it'll be fun. It'll be warm, but you guys should be all right.
I heard people's shoes. I heard people's shoes in Vegas are sticking to the sidewalk.
Well, the key thing is you just don't wear your shoes inside your house or inside your anywhere inside your hotel room, because you'll just have black all on the bottom of your shoes because the tar is melting. So it was 111. Holy shit. 111. If it's not cracking below 90 out here, so it's hot all day.
Like if you go barefoot, are you roast? Like your feet are just you ever walk outside? In Saskatoon on a hot day, I walk outside and my feet are cooking. If you go barefoot on that shit, you're done. Hey,
in the middle, in the afternoon, you'll burn your feet. I mean, there'll be people out here just hitting it hard, because it's a big weekend. UFC fight week starts. So they'll have a ton of that people in. McGregor's fighting on Saturday, which will be a zoo. There's other things, like a lot of things going on in town, obviously. So it'll be crowded. But the busing crew
on Wednesday, and there's the draft, the award show. You got slap fighting. We got UFC. We got a big week out in Vegas. But
Murls,
we got to get through this finals first, because I almost didn't make it last year.
Yeah. And then I'll sign off quick, but just the Belmont, which way you guys leaning? Which way you leaning, Merman?
You're the expert.
Give us your pick.
To look in the program. Let's give us a Belmont pick.
I hit the gray horse in the Preakness, but it was a muddy track. The pace wasn't there. I think the concern, as you listen to the horse guys out here, is that since it's a little bit shorter, it's not the full length, like a Sierra Leone, which is Chad Brown, which is a massive closer. He's going to have to stay a little closer to the pace. I'm going to go with the 9. He's the favorite, but he's been the best horse, Sierra Leone. And then I'll probably do some tricky things like a 9-8-1 exacta box, 9-8-1-2 trifecta, stuff like that for just a little bit, a little action in the afternoon as I'm waiting for that 5 p.m. hockey game start. So
I'm seeing RA in the chat. He's saying it was Grinnell that was at McMullen's with Eichel, not him.
Oh,
So
see,
who
RA,
knows-
you
who
got to
knows
take
where
RA.
RA
You got to
was
take
that
the
night.
fall there. You got to take the fall there, RA. Grinelli can't let Grinelli's location. RA, not a fall guy.
Yeah.
Not a fall
Yeah,
guy.
no, not at all. Not at
Well,
all.
all right,
Well,
I'll
I like
bring
that
RA.
idea. We'll see you at McMullen's before the draft to watch
Yep.
Euros EBR meetup there. So
All
thanks,
right,
Migs.
Merman,
on
you
Belmont.
gonna be on text message in case I need a late one this afternoon
Yeah, we'll
at
see, we'll
the
see.
track side.
You saw my act last time, working the whole circus here. We'll see what happens.
Army, you look good, buddy. Hair looks tight, high and
Thanks,
tight, kid. Looking
I got
good
a
for the
haircut.
Me, buddy.
final.
I went to the Sports Clips haircuts the other day.
Yep.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, Murls.
Yeah, you know,
Murls
we-
has a great
Very Euro.
flow. I wish I
You
had
did a
flow
great
like
job. I can't believe what
Man,
you did
that's
for
the best place
Sports
to get a
Clips.
haircut. I'm not taking my hat off because it looks like I got scalped. We're not doing that. But anyway,
That. When you take your hat off, you look like RA. When you put it back on, you look like
I
Migs.
go from looking somewhat like in my 30s. I take my hat off and I'm 107, so it's a quick adjustment. I don't want to scare any of the fans. So, but yeah, I'm excited, man. The finals are here. You know, it's been a great season. It'll be exciting. Obviously, wish Vegas was in it, but I'm not happy for that hangover flight you guys got going from the south.
Oh, it's going to be
north.
brutal.
That's gonna be brutal.
Hey, hold on, Stan, Migsy, I need your call on this. So I'm booking my flight from Edmonton to Florida. If Chicklets Air doesn't get off the ground, you know, we got to have flights. So there's like a 12:45 departure flight, I believe, that gets us in late night, like at 11 o'clock or something like that. Like crazy. That sucks. Or there's a 6:30 a.m. flight.
I buckle myself and just do the morning one.
Like
and then
show
you
up
try to
like this, all like mangled, try to sleep.
Don't drink any coffee. Just get on the flight, try to bury yourself for 3-4 hours. Because if you do the late night flight, the worst is you're not going to get any food. So you'll land at midnight and you're going to be starving.
Yeah.
You're hung. And then you're either going out, which will ruin the trip, or you got to eat a grease wheel, you know, at the end of the night. If you do the early morning, it sucks. You know, you guys don't stay out late. I know you guys get to bed early. Murls is always checking his notes. Army, you're up early. You're up early doing, you know, the high knee workouts. I get it. I would just buckle it and get on the plane and just, you know, eat something and just fall asleep.
Like get back to the hotel, get my bags, go right to the airport.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Check your bags at the Cactus Club and just have them delivered into the airport.
There's nothing worse though than being super tired and hung flying. Like you're trapped on that vessel. You're trapped in there and you're sweating and you're like, oh, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this the whole way there.
No, it's the worst. I mean, I travel a lot, obviously, and it's like I'm too old for that. Merle still buries it. He's the hangover guy, and when he flies, it's wild. I don't know how.
Only fly hung. When I played in Japan, that was like our motto. Somehow, like we always ended up drinking the nights before the flight.
No way. I need
because
like
you don't have
3 days
practice,
rest.
so it was like, oh, all I gotta do is just fly tomorrow.
Yeah, but you get on the flight and you're a little chilly, but you're sweating.
The
water's different for some reason. Like you could drink 7 gallons, but you're still thirsty.
You're taking over.
You got to go old school. Remember back in the day when people used to drink in hockey, and you'd have to go to practice with the what's it called? The cough drops in your glove. So your
double bubble. Put the double bubble in your
double bubble bucket on the way out. So as long as you got that, you guys
Jolly Ranchers.
So,
You're just like taking over all 3 rows of the air blowers. You're trying to get them on you because you're cold. You're right, but you're like sweating and stuff. It's the whole. Oh, it's the worst.
Now you guys got
just
family. You got to wake up. You got to wake up early. Bury the FaceTime. Say hi to the kids. You guys got to work to work. So, but it'll be fun.
Well,
I'll see you guys.
We'll be in touch, Migsy. We'll be in touch. Stay in
Thanks
touch
for coming on, Migs.
All right,
maybe we'll get you on next week. Maybe you'll get you on next week.
We gotta go. It's almost post time up there. Come on, we gotta get out of here, Migs. It's post time.
All right, AHL, ECHL. Let's start with the AHL news. Murls, what do we got going on right now?
East Coast League, Florida's up 2-1.
ECHL.
They won the last 2. We got Hershey up 3-1 in the Eastern Conference. They were up 3-0. Cleveland
Hershey's a wagon.
They're always good. They held on. Cleveland won last night to keep that a series. Coachella Valley was up 3-0. Milwaukee won last night to keep that a series. So that's the other hockey going on. And to go back to the NHL to wrap up the finals and the picks, you got Mr. Ice's, you got Migs's. Here's mine for the game. I got an anytime goal scorer like I talked about, Connor McDavid, plus 155. There's no chance in the world he doesn't come out his first game in the Stanley Cup and score a goal like he did in that big game. I got the X factor, Darnell Nurse, over 1.5 shots, minus 115. Leon Draisaitl, I still don't think this is right. Over 2.5 shots, minus 125. You just need one good power play, and he'll get 3 shots there. And then the shocker, I'm on the Edmonton Oilers. I'm on them to win the series, and I think game 1 is when they can steal it due to what you just talked about is the penalties. Florida's going to keep playing that same game, and they're going to take the penalties, and they're going to get in trouble that game 1. So this is the game they can steal. Florida, they kind of always just like, we're good. We're good. I think they're going to be shocked by Edmonton first game. That's the game they can steal. So I'm on Edmonton money line plus 120. 4 picks.
There he is. There he is. I don't know if Posha can pull something off for us and pull something up. Where Biz is telling the chat to fuck off.
Oh,
that'll be last. Biz is in the chat. Biz is now.
Oh, is he? Now he's in there.
Biz is in the I saw he posted what's up chat. Chat's going nuts. What's up, Biz? Biz is in the chat now.
He's saying he doesn't hate the chat. He hates when people are being dickheads in the chat.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay, thank you. Okay, for correcting me. Thank you. Biz, welcome to the chat, buddy. Welcome inside the chat. I don't miss a trick in the chat. I know you're in the chat. I know the people. The people are loving it. The chat is loving it. Busy boy, love the chat. Busy boy says. I love Biz. What a legend. I hate when people are being dickheads in the chat. I don't hate the chat. There we go. Boom. Biz. Thank you for clarifying.
Is that him? That
Biz
really him?
loves the chat.
A unicorn?
Jazz. Our boy Jazz says he's one of us. He's one of us.
The stars are just like us.
Yeah, he's just like us. He's with us. He's in the chat. Love the chat. They're all in the chat. The chat's the best. I love it. What do you want to do? You want to do Beer League Heroes or do you want to do Show Minzees before we send you away?
Whatever you want. Whatever one.
You
we gotta get them both in. Let's just do Show Minzees right now. We're talking my show. We can go right to it because I see Biz is in there, a guy that loves Vancouver. I'm a little this documentary I watched. I finally watched that last night because there's no hockey on. Pretty wild documentary. I knew they're about the riots. I didn't realize how intense they were and how crazy they are. I take everything back I ever said about Vancouver and this whole thing. I don't want to be on the wrong side of those people. They're nuts.
They're lunatics.
So, lunatics. But whoever made the documentary called up to the show. It was awesome. I think it was, is it ESPN 30 for 30? You guys are called up to the show. Really cool documentary. And I'm sure they're making that hoping they were going to be in the finals, but they didn't know with the formula.
Can you imagine how scared they were for Game 7?
Finals.
Imagine how scared they were for Game 7 with all that, because they did it before too. That was the thing, right? They did it, back against the Rangers series.
Yep.
They did it then too, which people forget. But then they did it again in 2011 after the Bruins beat them in Game 7. I think it was a 4-0 beatdown.
Yeah. How about the ESPN too? They make that documentary and they make the Rangers documentary. They probably thought like, oh, maybe there's a chance they're both going deep. No. Check the game notes. You don't win with a small D man, and you don't win again as a coach that already won a cup for another team. So they should not have rolled. They should have made documentaries on some different teams.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
the cutest club in
Look at the
fucking
chat
men's
right
league.
now.
No,
Look at the
I
chat
don't
right
give
now.
a fuck
Put
about
it.
the chat.
What did you say?
Pasha, unbelievable. I love that. I have my face on that again. What did you say? Busy's working the chat right now. Full jocks went too far. That's what he's saying about Pasha's full jock sniffer went too far. Perfect line. That's the best way to sum it up. That's how we started the show. Let's go Show Minzees quickly. You did the Vancouver documentary. Mine is the school's out for summer. School's out. My kids are out. As of a couple days ago, we had our first full day yesterday of school's out. And today, on top of it, is my daughter Liv's birthday. She's 9 years old. I love her. She's out getting her nails done with mom right now. Little how's she going with all the girls? Little day spa day for Livy. my girl, just an absolute weapon, an absolute beauty, the most creative person I know. She's unbelievable dancer. She's just got the best smile. She's so smart, so creative and fun. And just a wild character. She's my only Saskatchewan Canadian-born kid. I love her. She's the greatest. Happy birthday. And school's out for summer. Parents and kids, have a great summer. Unbelievable.
See, now, Army, after all season of your takes where you don't like kids, I would have thought this would have been in your mindsies because now you got to deal with the kids all day. Your kids' friends are going to be over at the house all day.
Oh, it's going to be great.
Leaving their garbage everywhere.
Yeah, all garbage. Don't get me going on the garbage. They love throwing shit on the floor. Don't get me going. All right, we got anything else you want to go to? We want to go to Minzees?
Yeah, but before we go to that, Biz wants me to ask you what it's like trying to keep up with Wayno.
Oh yeah, my God. I'm still. Hey, let's put it this way. I'm wondering why I'm still tired. I've been home now from Atlanta for a bunch of days. Like I'm still like tired. Yeah. And it's been a hell of a run, but I'm like exhausted, like from just like the days and the nights, and I loved it. It was the greatest, and you can never not do it. But I'm still tired, Biz. That's how I'm going to answer.
That's part of the reason we had to switch it and go to games 3 and 4 because we needed you to get rested up.
I needed a couple more days. Like I needed a couple more days. Love 99.
Does Posha have a show? And if you do,
no.
Put up the disclaimer first.
If he has anything, I don't know.
Warning, the following statements are about to be made by a deranged Devils fan. The views expressed are his and his only. Take everything you hear with a grain of salt because, remember, he is a deranged Devils fan.
I do have a show. I want to call up Matty Nicholson and everyone at the NHL who put together the show Stanley Pup. It's a really great segment they did. They've got one dog per team. They're doing all sorts of competitions. They got hilarious names like Sergei Bobrovsky and Connor McDoodle. So it's just a really fun, light piece that they do during the playoffs now.
Is this like the Puppy Bowl, like football version?
I don't know what that is. It's a bunch of puppies like competing in little things. Each represents a team. Yeah, it's awesome to watch. Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah, pretty much like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Look at
Thanks,
Posha trying to get back into good graces.
He's putting puppies up there.
I do have a Minzees too, though, boys. I have a Minzees.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Did you guys see this McDavid video? Him coming out of the grocery store.
Yeah.
Let me roll it.
It's a beautiful night, man. Good game. Thank you so much. Good game, man. Oh, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much, man. I'm so happy. Go, let's go. This is me with the legendary Conor McDavid. You deserve us beer, bro. I'm going peace. Good man. Good man. Good man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Give me a hug, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. This is me and Conor McDavid. Thank you.
I mean, I get being, grateful and being nice and saying hi, but like, especially at the end there, grabbing him, give me a hug, like, respect.
Give me a hug, man.
Face. Like that was a bit much.
I love when he tried to hug him the first time going into the trunk there, and he just kind of shrugged it off, and then he came with the full hug thing, and he just slinked by him into his car. He was like, "What the hell is going on right now?"
Yeah,
piling brewskis in the back of his car. Oh man, there he goes, Posha. Oh God.
Jeez.
That warning is so key right now with him.
Yeah, we'll take care of Connor when we get up there. I'll go to the beer store for him. I'll get him some Mobat Blue Lights and some High Noons and stuff, and he won't have to deal with those crazy fans. But my Minzees, I hope RA's still in the chat. I know this is going to make him happy. There's no guy in the world more upset with fanatics than RA. So this is
all right. Before you go any further,
whoa, that guy.
Whoa,
yeah. Whoa,
we want to do an ad read. There they are.
There they are. This is the Fanatics put out for the Stanley Cup. And I know RA was not impressed. It's just, I think I saw somebody said the shirt was $121 Canadian they're charging for that. It just, I don't know. I feel like there could be so much more done. It looks kind of cheap to me. I don't know what your thoughts are. But I will say that
I will say this. I got a like little sneak peek at the new jerseys coming out next year.
Insider.
I think they're good. I think fans will be pleased.
Do they make them?
Fanatics. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we'll call them back up to the show when the
Yeah,
jersey.
you might be doing show
That
when they
hat
come
is
out.
kind of like, I feel like, I don't know. Could be a lot better. I wouldn't wear that hat. I'd wear
It'll
this
be
hat.
it'll be show when they come out.
By 47 brand.
I'll say that. So I know I'm not doing that. I have no skin in the game, but I'm just saying that. You want my minzees?
Yep.
Dun, 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 dun. School's out for summer.
So I was right. All right. Sorry, I ruined it for you.
You were right on it. You know my brand.
Yeah.
Every day, all day. What are we doing? Where are we going? How many fights do I got to break up? Who's over? Who's here? What do we have? The greatness of summer is also the hardest time because it's just, you're just keeping them busy. And here we go. We're just getting started. And I'm still on the Wayno hangover. I'm still tired. I'm still trying to battle. I got to go away for a week for the finals, and I'm going to come back, and it's going to be on. Then I got to go to Vegas for the draft, and it's going to be on again. It's just never ending. And here we go. School's out for summer. Congrats, parents. Double whammy.
Yeah, my daughter had her little moving up day. It was pretty cool. First time doing anything like that with my own daughter. So that was really fun. We did that on Wednesday. So, but I'm used to her being around all the time. She's always so young still. So nothing different from me.
Everyone's called me a kid hater in the chat.
Yeah. That's it. Hey, you started the season that way. No better way to finish the season.
It's just like, it's mostly a parent problem, I think. I think it's a parent problem. Yeah. Be better parents, people.
Yeah, just keep them busy. Keep them motivated.
Keep them busy. Be a beauty.
What's the big word they use now with your kids? You got to keep them not stimulated, activated. Keep them activated.
We keep them activated.
Got to activate them every morning.
Highly activated. Big believer in being a part of sports and getting it going. Staying active, getting busy, being a part of a team, socializing, being a good teammate, all that stuff. You know how important that is, Murls. It's so important. So that's what we're doing all summer. We're getting that stuff going. I do like a busy house. 4 kids, you have no choice. But as they get a little older now, all the friends kicking around, bike rides, the streets are buzzing now. The streets out in our yard, our neighborhood are buzzing.
Tough streets of Upper East Pittsburgh.
North
Pittsburgh
Street. Yeah. Oh, I love it, buddy. All right. Beer League Heroes story was sent to us on social media. And I got to read it because it's actually a wild story. This is sent by Jack on social media. You can see right here. And it was a story about a beer league that they have where everyone's like on an app and you just kind of log in, and as you show up, they kind of run it through a league. It's kind of a weird way to do it. I think it's not really a league, or you don't really have teams. You just kind of show up by the sounds of it and log into this app, and they charge you accordingly. Sounds like this is in Ottawa too, if you read this entire thread, which is pretty wild. Some guy showed up though, Murls, and this guy that's writing the story was kind of the gatekeeper of logging who showed up and who not, so they know who to charge, who shows up. Some guy showed up, though, and he was late for the game, so he came wheeling out. He asked for the dressing room key. He gets the dressing room key, and he goes in there and continued to actually play in the game afterwards. But while he was in there, apparently, like, thieved everybody's money and credit cards and stuff. Like, this guy's just, like, they're calling him the Beer League Bandit. So we got another character, the Shower Sheriff. Now we got the Beer League Bandit. But he's been apparently linked to several other issues in and around the area at the rink. Apparently, is that the word you use?
Allegedly.
I don't know who the guy is. I don't know what's going on with it, but pretty dirtbag move in beer leagues when everyone's there. Like, you're thieving off people in there. That's why the league's weird. You don't know half the people that are showing up. And it's like, okay, then this guy weasels, plays in the game, goes in the room, changes, gets out of there. Unbelievable, right?
Yeah, that's wild to me. But I don't know if this is just because where I grew up, but we never leave our wallets and stuff in the locker rooms anymore. What we do
Bring
now
them on the bench.
One guy will go around with a little bag and go around the bench. My brother goes as far as he has like a little lock box. He brings it out to the bench. You don't leave it in the locker room. Everybody knows that. So even crazier is at our rink, guys were leaving it in their cars. Like, oh, I'm going to just leave it in the car. These guys came into the locker room one day. They go through the locker room. There's no wallets. They were smart
Smash and
enough.
grab the
They
cars.
figured out, they went out to the cars, broke into all the cars and took all the wallets. So then they lost their wallets and their windows. So new beer league rule, lock up your stuff. One guy, boom, phones, wallets, bring them out to the bench. They're on the bench. Nobody can take them. Your car keys, everything. Put it all in a little bag. Remember the little medicine bags they used to give us?
Yep.
Get one of those. Get anything. Get a grocery bag, the bag you carried the beer in with, and just take all your stuff to the bench, people.
Yeah.
No more
It's sad
bandits.
we have to do this. Or you could be like in Toronto and just leave your car keys at the front desk so you don't get your windows smashed and they can just get in there easily. That's what they do. That's what they told them to do in Canada. Just leave your car keys at the front door on a little ledge. So like when they break into your house to steal your car, they can just get it and they know where the keys are. Unreal, right?
Everything else alone.
Yeah, apparently. I don't know. But there it is. The beer league bandit story. We got that. Now we've heard it all. We had a possum running around the room or whatever the hell, a raccoon.
Yeah,
in the one. Was it a possum?
Possum.
It's been a wild season. Lots of controversies, some beer league stuff. We've got it all. There it is. Beer league heroes. New rule. Take your stuff out to the bench, Murls. Always trying to clean up that league. We love you for that. Everyone loves you. And that's it. Is that it?
That's it. Let's
send you off to the track.
I got to get to the track. I got to get
Thank you to
dressed.
the chat. Thank you to the chat. We love you. RA in the chat, Biz in the chat. They are the chat. Chat runs the show, as they say. Thank you. We love you. G, great job. Posha, thanks for clearing some things up. I'm glad we got that warning sorted out with that whole situation.
A little programming note. I believe, don't hold me to this. I'm just a low man on the totem pole, but I believe there'll be a Chicklets, some sort of Chicklets episode, podcast, live show, YouTube, you name it, after the day after every game in the finals to recap everything we all saw that night and preview the next game. Where Game Notes is going to fall in, I'm not sure how that's all going to fall. Maybe we'll do some special pregame shows. Who knows what's going to happen? It's the finals. Anything goes. But regular Chicklets will be every day after the game, if that makes sense.
Oh, I love that. Little recaps every day after games. I love that. Great idea. Looking forward to being a part of that also. And we will be boots on the grounds in Edmonton. Oh, the atmosphere, the energy. We will be there. Wayne Gretzky statue outside. Can't wait to give that a hug. Games 3 and 4 in Edmonton, then flying. Stay tuned for Chicklets Air. Game 5 back in Florida at the Elbow Room.
And there'll be like they're going to be Pink Whitney parties everywhere we go. You know how we roll with those. Everybody gets all banged up and we have some fun. Hopefully we go back to that bubble hockey place in Edmonton. I can beat up on Biz and Witt again. So lots of good stuff coming from Chicklets.
All right. Great show, everybody. Stay tuned. Thank you to the chat. Everybody, school's out for summer. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the Stanley Cup final.